Hi Core Collaborative family, it's Carrie Symons back with you again for Self-Care Fundamentals, the Breath, Part 4. This is the fourth video in a series where I teach the breath from a yogic perspective. We learn what's called the three-part breath, and each breath that I teach, the three-part breath, the relaxation breath, the energizing breath, and today the balancing breath, are part of a yoga system where we are learning to be deliberate about the way that we breathe in order to create a particular effect in the body, to activate the parasympathetic nervous system for relaxation or to increase energy, or in the case today, to balance. So if you haven't yet watched the other three videos, I highly recommend watching those first, especially the first video where we go over the fundamentals of what we call the three-part breath. So just to review briefly, the three-part breath really talks about the parts being the parts of the torso. And so you take a belly breath into the mid-torso and then up into the chest. And what this does is it really helps expand that cavity, expand the lungs, expand the ribs, really learn how to take in a nice deep breath, and also how to dispel that breath completely, because then we exhale, and as we exhale, we let all that breath go, and to really get that stale breath out of the bottom of the lungs, we pull the belly button toward the spine at the end. So if you want to make sure that you are understanding the basics, please go back and watch Self-Care Fundamentals, the breath part 1, the three-part breath first. So today we're going to learn a breath called alternate nostril breathing. And you may have actually seen this breath taught. You may have practiced it before, either by a video or in a yoga class. It's a very common breath taught by yoga teachers. It's one of the breaths that is known to bring balance to the entire body. So yogis believe that we have an internal energy called prana, and this breath balances out our prana, or balances out the vayus, the airs in the body. Now I'm getting quite esoteric. So basically, if you practice this breath, it helps, for example, both the right and left side of the body become more balanced. So if you have excessive heat in the body, it can bring more balance into your body so that you're not overly heated. If you're feeling really cold, it can bring more balance into the body so you're not feeling particularly cold. If you're feeling particularly agitated, it can bring more balance into the body so that you're more calm. Or if you're feeling particularly tired, it can bring more balance into the body so that you have more sustained energy. So this is a really good breath for anyone to practice at any time that they are needing a sense of greater balance in their being. So it looks a little funny, and it's got a little technique to it that I'm going to teach. So definitely watch first. I'll talk us through it and then we can try it together. Unlike the other three breaths, if you do this breath, people will know you're doing something. The other breaths don't involve the hands at all. This one does involve the hand. So you start by exhaling all of your breath, and then you take your thumb and you place it underneath your right nostril. So you have no breath, you gently block the right nostril under with the thumb, and you inhale through the left nostril. Top of the breath, we switch. Use the second to the last finger to block underneath the left nostril, exhale right. Stay there, inhale right. Pause, block under right nostril, exhale left. That's one cycle. So that is one cycle of alternate nostril breathing. So we block the right nostril, inhale left, pause at the top of the inhalation, block the left nostril, exhale right, full exhalation, stay there. Inhale through the right nostril, pause with the full breath, block underneath the right, exhale through the left. So that's one cycle. I'm going to do it again. This time I'm going to cue my breath with the hand. I'm not going to talk, you can just watch. And I'll use my hand to indicate when I'm inhaling and exhaling so that you can do it with me. So the first thing we do, as you know, is exhale all of the breath and draw that belly button toward the spine to really get all that stale breath out. So that is alternate nostril breathing. That can be practiced, again, at any time. I find it to be a really soothing practice. So for me, it's particularly useful at the beginning of a yoga practice, at the end of a yoga practice, at the beginning of the day, at the end of the day. So again, I hope you experiment with this, and you can practice up to 10 rounds at any time. And if you do so, you hopefully will just be able to sit with the feeling of what that does to your body and to your senses and to your mind, just by taking a few moments to really balance out both sides of the body. Thank you so much for your attention again. Remember, in order to make our teaching student-centered, we need to be centered as teachers. And so using the breath, we can come into a place of centeredness so that we can give our students the attention and care they deserve.